So I am back. Sadly, what you call? Wait. I do not know if I have. No, I have the energy. I know. I was not sure if I wanna keep playing or no. Where is he? You okay?
Hey, still working. What's the deal with this stuff? It glows in the dark. I got this covered here. Why don't you do what you need to do? Check back later.
Cool. Damn, she looks bad, doesn't it? Yeah. So I went for a walk, and what you call? And I found, and I saw people in the car, and I walked up to them because I found a grinder with some enough for like a little spliff, you know. So I was like, you know what, let me ask these people for a cigarette. But because I had my stick with me, they thought I was like police. Yeah, poor people, man. Must have scared the fuck out of them. Well, I got my cigarette. Yeah, I wasn't thinking, maybe don't even smoke it today, but I was like, you know what? I wanna play this game. Sadly, I'm tired. I wanna be in the moment. Because, am I recording? Hopefully. I am, yeah. Yeah, because I've been what you call pretty worried with video games. No, not as I used to, which is cool. But today I was feeling video game, I know, because nothing else was working. I did everything. I did my system today. You know what I mean? Did the best study, what you call. Shit's moving forward slowly, so I was like, you know what? Let me enjoy the game. And I did. I enjoyed it. Now I'm gonna roll up a little spliff. Splifferino. Sadly, cigarettes are bad and disgusting. Need to get what you call. Well, it would be sad if my headphones start dying. Yes, I forgot about this part. Yeah, I decided I am a woman and I need to transition. Somehow, I do not know how. I'm scared as a motherfucker. Obviously, you know what I mean, all the internal misogyny and whatnot. Well, but they failed. I was looking for scissors so I can cut up. Oh look, you want something to eat, my dear friend? Sorta. Have to open a new one to give you food. I probably haven't said it, but I feel the same things my mother felt to us when she was had to make food to us. Cause I feel I feel annoyed every time the cat asks us for food. I have no choice but to give, because I mean the cat cannot give the food to itself. You know what I mean? I don't I don't understand the pettiness in me, which I do. Like I said, you know, that's how it's treated. So since I'm not scared of this poor creature it's coming out, which I'm not doing that. I'm consciously aware. I'm trying to not be negative. Guanchi inclusa. Namo guanchi inclusa. Enjoy. It's been a while since I smoked. I've been on these teas and these vapes, which are nice. Don't let's do indeed. They make us feel safer because they're a bit more legal. So at least I know not injecting that fucking stupid chemicals, but yeah. Okay.
goes it, friend?
Actually goes pretty well. Might as well. It's a pretty good weapon, I enjoy using it. Okay, let's see. Details. Paper is also annoying. Rolling a spliff. Man, you look gorgeous. Like, I have looked at both of these characters' faces good enough time because I played Remnant 1 and they're same characters. But it's kinda nice to see him, you know, sort of glow up with these new graphics. This man is. You know what? I wonder, should I put the filter? Because I don't wanna smoke the back to back. You know what? I do not disagree. I'll get high as I'll get high. I wanted to actually calculate the proper proportions. What happens when you smoke weed through a filter? How not high do you get? Wanted to know. So I'll be able to have a memory now. Because I have, but that was like such a little amount that it doesn't even matter. And this is exactly a very little amount, like good enough for a spliff amount. And I found it, so no can be complaining indeed. Shove the grinder with. Okay, let's stop annoying this person and go annoy somebody else.
You know where to find me.
Yep, I do. Oh, there's an item here. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Cool. I forgot about this thing, but it seems a good way as I need to document what happened. I received a package from a friend, some from my old life. I thought I was the only one left. This confirms my suspicion. They used the world stone at some point. If it was anyone else, I've been reluctant to believe it. Along with the know you sent something funny. Okay, I see. I forgot about Ford. I always forget about. I also forgot about him in the first one. I was like, who this? For a minute, I was like, why are we searching for him? Okay, let's go. Let's be a good roll. Wanderer. I was also the Wanderer. I was the destroyer, the Wanderer. Well, you deserve to be at peace. Like, go at least left a fucking code. Like, do you have anything? Ooh, going through people's journals. Yeah, this one I feel. Poor kid. Real shit. Real shit. Ah, fuck's sake. Ah. He keeps having strange dreams, I don't care. I don't like reading shit that way. How do I... Yeah, cool. Next. We ruined stuff. Ah, lying to yourself. She fucking saturated him. Okay, time to go enjoy the second. How much money I have? Sorry. Maybe I can upgrade something.
How can do it? You. The wind hears it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going for a smoke now. Oh, is this new? I didn't actually.
A
Spoilers.
fight that on paper is simply injecting hype into your veins, and that's Pickle vs Miyamoto Musashi was one of the most wild clashes between monsters in the entire Baki story. And honestly, a very strange fight as well, that could be argued as the catalyst to Pickle's ultimate downfall in the Baki story. So here is the canon breakdown of their Baki Bao fight and the impact on the entire story. So it occurred after Miyamoto had already been confirmed as wielding power at the pinnacle of this universe. For example, we had already seen him defeat Baki Hanma in their first clash, which naturally puts him above almost everyone, destroying Dopper Orochi, outright killing Retsukayo, crazy stuff, made Goki realize the dangers of this legend, and then his fight with the strongest creature, Yujiro himself, in which the fight was officially recognized as a draw due to the involvement of Motobe and the flow of the battle kinda getting ruined, meaning at this point in the story, Musashi is pretty much viewed as unstoppable. However, to a similar degree, Pickle at this point hasn't technically faced a defeat so far, wielding a similar impressive domination of the Baki cast, defeating Retsu, Katsumi, and Jack multiple times, and while yes, his fight with Baki ended like this, meaning he technically got the victory, it was indeed highlighted that the Hanma, when using techniques, or you could say taking the fight seriously, was able to dominate Pickle to a wild extent, and for reference, the Hanma has gotten many times stronger since that arc. For example, the Baki Miyamoto destroyed is much stronger than what he was during the Pickle fight. But since then, we did see Pickle try and pull up during the father-son fight, in which it was highlighted that the ogre was interested in fighting the Dino Boy, something technically speaking we still haven't gotten to this day in the Bucky story. Unfortunate stuff. But this naturally resulted in Bucky raging out, attacking Pickle, humbling the Dino Boy, you could say, in which he just chilled and watched the fight, including freaking out alongside most others when seeing the spirit ghost form of
Disgusting.
the hero, resulting in most fans of the series to rank Bucky and the Ogre above Pickle, particularly when their demon backs are activated. However, it is by no means definitive, making the fight between Pickle and Miyamoto just more exciting. So he returns during chapter 97 of Bucky Dow, in which we see this. Various agents and fishermen coming across this Giga Crocodile who is getting choked out by Pickle himself.
Yep,
Something
I saw that in the anime.
broadcasted on TV across Japan, in which Pickle just takes his new lunch into the sewers, where he's likely been chilling since the father-son fight, where we cut to the legendary samurai who's been watching these events on the TV, actually slicing it, due to not understanding the concept of a television and just assuming a monster has appeared in front of him, in which Tokugawa tries to explain everything about how this is Pickle, the dinosaur man, the primitive being, words Miyamoto also doesn't understand, in which the old man gets an idea about the next fight that could potentially be occurring, as Miyamoto is indeed interested, claiming that this might be fun to test the strength of an unpolished fighter. In some ways, I suppose he and I are similar, proceeding to threaten Tokugawa to take him to Pickle himself. As such, it's time to collect the Dino Boy, which
Tokugawa is also a boss man, he just pays people by kilos. Yes, that's how much money he has. He gives money by kilos.
Failing with such action,
Or tons, I don't remember.
An imagination slap,
Maybe
which
tons.
succeeds right away. Pickle is awake, his simple light nap is now complete, with Pickle claiming that he aimed to cut his head clean off, but his neck stopped my blade, confirming Pickle's built different nature once again, alongside a direct comparison to Yujiro, highlighting Pickle's threat in the current world all too well. As such, this is how the fight begins. Pickle charging him, right away going for a bite.
Yeah, Bucky will never end.
He must recognize Masashi Miyamoto as feud, once again equivalent to the dinosaurs, which results in the hand slash directly to Pickle's mouth, then his entire body, inflicting major pain on the Dino Boy. No visible
Can smell the
damage,
weed, but I don't think I'm
but
getting high.
it's definitely going to add up, making the legendary samurai realize that the texture of his muscles is different and odd resilience dwells within them, something
Bones.
strong enough to stop his blade from slicing him into pieces, confirming that his durability is much higher than any armor set from Miyamoto's time, where Pickle reveals what dinosaur he sees Masashi as. This one right here, very fitting considering his invisible blade.
Yes, I am a martial artist.
Therefore,
My art,
as it
my
officially
martial
begins
art
again,
is
at
universe.
least after this dude tried stopping it. Not a good idea, and just Miyamoto with a gun stuff. This is Bucky at the end of the day, where anything can realistically happen. But before it officially begins, we have an update on what Pickle sees. He
Good
now
weed.
sees Masashi as an exploding volcano, pretty much similar to what Bucky viewed during the standard arc. Masashi as a nuclear bomb, and that's, as I've said, exactly what he is. Bringing us to their official face-off panel, with Pickle going for a kick that Miyamoto dodges and counters with more slashes, highlighting that Pickle's muscle and his bones are pretty much impossible to break. This man is not like any of the others he's faced, with Masashi seeing this when looking at the Dino Boy, bringing him closer to realizing what treasure Pickle actually is for the legendary samurai, who's simply addicted to slashing others, claiming that Pickle is truly strong, extraordinary strong. High praise he hasn't given to really anyone else apart from the Mighty One, of course
Gojira.
in reference to the ogre, which results in his aura going absolutely mental and Pickle to take his iconic low stance, something that, as we've seen previously through the Baki series, has been quite successful against the likes of Retsu and Katsumi. Jack technically was able to counter it during their battle, but now it's time to see what Masashi does. He stands there, clueless like always, as Pickle unleashes his full speed, smashing into Masashi and sent flying into the wall. However, this is where they shake hands. A test of strength begins to occur, or grip strength you could say. Something Miyamoto Masashi has been highlighted as monstrous at every point since his resurrection, such as during the exchanges with Baki. But of course, we all know Pickle as the physically strongest character the series has ever seen, but Pickle is failing to overwhelm Masashi Miyamoto here. It's clear that he has the advantage due to his much larger build, but due to Miyamoto being on the wall, he's able to hold his own and is somewhat winning the exchange of strength, or you could
Yeah,
say
still works with
not
the filter.
getting completely overwhelmed by Pickle here.
I have to
resulting
suffer
in the Dino
those
Boys
sufferable
think that this guy
stimulations.
right here is exactly like the dinosaurs from his period, and that he really loves this guy, in which Miyamoto tries something different. He uses the wall to send himself flying up to Pickle to land a headbutt, knocking him on the floor, you could say winning that exchange, but getting annoyed due to his invisible slashes really having no effect on Pickle, wishing he had his actual blade for this fight to truly have a fun time, while Pickle thrusts Masashi off of him, smashing into the roof of the building, and Miyamoto wanting to take the Dino Boy's life. At least in the sense that he really wants to cut him
Namo
with everything he has.
Guanxi
Therefore,
Wusa.
this is where Pickle may actually die in the Baki story. Now, before I break down the continuation of their fight, make sure to subscribe here on Mysterious Weeb for all the Baki content you need. That's why I provide hundreds of videos on the channel already. So you could say part 1 of their clash is regarded as a draw. Now part 2, similar to other fights, is with weapons allowed, featuring a conversation of Doko
I don't need
and
to split
Baki
though.
talking about the clash, breaking down the unique aspects of both fighters and highlighting that this is a purity match.
In denial,
Very
indeed.
similar to a fight between Pickle and another many of you know very well, something I'll also be breaking down later in today's video, so make sure you watch the end. But Tokigawa has acquired Miyamoto's legendary sword for this special occasion, in which he does some flexing with this blade, getting into the flow and fully preparing for the almighty slicing and chaos that is about to begin. Him even being happy as well, highlighting the respect both monsters are showing towards one another now. While we got some mini rise of motor-based stuff in the background, stay tuned for a video on that one very shortly. And Masashi's mini exchange
You have
with
failed
Gaia,
Motaba.
where he absolutely humiliates him. This is in the middle of the setup before part 2 of the Pickle fight officially begins, where Masashi is once again thinking about slicing off the Dino Boy's head. Truly crazy stuff. But we see that Pickle is in the Tokyo Dome
Yeah.
waiting, in which Baki Hanma pays him a
No, it's
friendly
not.
visit, confirming that Pickle indeed views Masashi Miyamoto as food.
Indeed
He is
for you.
patiently waiting for
Indeed,
his
so am I.
almighty meal, meaning this is truly going to be a fight you don't want to miss. But something interesting about this is Baki, after leaving Pickle here, talks to Tokigawa and mentions that Pickle can't talk, I guess, once again, stay tuned for later in today's video. But it seems like pretty much every character who's faced Musashi in this arc is incredibly excited to see these two monsters fight, apart from one, Motobe, who's up to something that we'll see very shortly, but everyone is now in the arena patiently waiting, even Jack Hanma, who recently became a victim of Motobe, or you could say his life was saved by Motobe. Kakukai's here again, everyone notable, even shake my hand dude. It's time for the almighty clash. Miyamoto arrives with his sword out. Pickle is drooling from the face, highlighting his hunger and desire for an absolute feast. And the second the legendary samurai enters the arena, the Dino Boy leaps at him full speed, in which Musashi releases his almighty slash, this time with his real blade. Something that we see here doesn't actually cut Pickle, but stops him. I don't know which aspect is even more crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Reconfirming that Pickle's muscles are truly unstoppable and literally stuns Musashi Miyamoto alongside pretty much everyone else, allowing Pickle to land a direct blow on Musashi's head, sending him flying, smashing into the side of the arena, releasing his blade as it's stuck in Pickle's face, and falling face down, seemingly unconscious. We see that the blade falls off Pickle's face, where the Dino Boy is actually bleeding somewhat, but it didn't penetrate his skin fully, only a slight cut you could say, with Musashi
Not
seemingly
slight cut.
knocked out still, as Pickle now wields the legendary samurai's blade. Honestly, you just can't make this stuff up. With Pickle proceeding to slam the blade into the ground, just regular activities, is it actually going quite deep, which is kind of crazy. But Miyamoto is once again up and pretty much was kind of baiting in Pickle to see what would happen. And as he expected, Pickle became a swordsman, but claims it was boring. Therefore, as Pickle attempts to actually use the blade, Miyamoto counters with a simple slash to his eye, forcing Pickle to release his blade and allowing Musashi Miyamoto to land a full combo directly on the Dino Boy. As you see, damage has been dealt, slashes without a doubt have landed, but Miyamoto wants more, much more, screaming at Pickle to come eat him, that he has no time. As such, Pickle charges him at full speed, going for a bite. Something that actually lands and Musashi loses part of his shoulder. He manages to counter with further slashes that do quite considerable damage, but Pickle isn't going to fall anytime soon, succeeding in getting a quick snack, but Miyamoto is continuing to bait him in, telling him to come eat his head. As such, Pickle enters his transformation, or as Bucky claims, his final form, something that actually is a counter to Musashi's slashes in a sense. This is due to the wounds from the blade actually closing up somewhat, stopping the flow of blood, meaning Pickle can indeed keep on going, charging him in this much larger state where he can no longer even touch Miyamoto. He is sliced up to a wild degree, but is much harder and denser than before, leading Musashi to somewhat struggle even with his blade. However, he is not worried to any degree and is having the time of his life, while Pickle begins to see something different. He now views Musashi Miyamoto as this monstrous bug. The last time Pickle saw a bug was when Jack was knocked out, setting up that killing blow, which would have actually killed Pickle if it landed, meaning after these slashes landed, Pickle is no longer interested in the feast, no longer viewing Musashi as food, more so a danger to his life, true pain that he felt in the past. However, Masashi isn't about letting him leave. He wants the time of his life, the endless amount of slashes. However, Pickle is now shaking in fear.
Preparing for the fight.
From the legendary samurai,
Stretching and
into
everything.
the hands of Motobe, who has arrived to save him as a true warrior. Right away, getting into the start of Motobe versus Masashi Miyamoto, a fight I'll break down in a later video on the channel, so make sure you have notifications on. But this isn't the last time Pickle and Masashi meet in Baki Dao, but you could say the conclusion of their battle where Pickle was absolutely destroyed. Therefore, after this fight, Masashi goes on a
Indeed.
rampage, massacring crazy amounts of police officers, highlighting once again how much of a threat he is to pretty much all of modern day Japan, with the literal military failing to stop the legendary samurai. Just think about how crazy that is, and once again highlights that pretty much bro is like the ogre at this point. That's where we have Miyamoto Masashi's fight against Hanayama, something I'll also break down, and the setup of the final clash between Baki and Masashi. But before that begins, we get another meeting between the two monsters. This is when Miyamoto enters the sewers, finding a large amount of bones that a certain creature has been consuming for quite some time, running in to Pickle himself and questioning whether Pickle has possibly gotten bigger since their fight not too long ago, highlighting that while Hanayama is huge, Pickle is bounds above him when it comes to physique, sharing a meal with one another alongside having a chat. You could say Pickle in the current era is the one Masashi relates to the most, and while funny enough Masashi mentions that Pickle can't speak, but they manage to understand one another, speak to one another spiritually, highlighting that you could say they've become friends and may have created a change in Pickle, where the next time we see him is quite some time later. During the final chapter of the next manga series, after the entire Sumo arc has concluded, meaning long after Miyamoto's removal from the Baki series, where we see Pickle's updated design and him looking much larger than ever before, at least compared to this moment between the two, the last time we had seen Pickle since this moment, where bro has kinda integrated more with current society, with the official setup of Pickle's potential final fight in the Baki series against the new and improved Jack Hanma. So let's break that down. They meet for the first time in a while in the street. This is because Pickle is roaming on his homeless era, where he spots Jack alongside Tokigawa, with both of them looking at one another. Then the cyborg proceeds to hug Pickle, saying, "Pickle, I've been thinking about you. You're the one that made me who I am today," recalling his previous two defeats and revealing the revenge he wants. "I want to hear you cry out and to see your expression twist as you're filled with despair." The same thing that happened to Jack after being defeated by Pickle in the past, with us also seeing that the Hanma is indeed taller than the Dino Boy now, bringing us to the start of something big. Pickle's hair begins to rise and now views him potentially as this dinosaur, but then it happens. Pickle is the one to bite Jack Hanma when he has his back turned. Alongside locking him with his feet, bro is really going for it. Then as a response, Jack easily escapes his hold and lands this giga punch that sends Pickle flying on his back and also bleeding from his
I'm
face.
high as a
He then
motherfucker.
proceeds to slip
But it's
back
more like
onto his
body high.
seat,
I'm just very aware
preparing
of
for the fight to begin.
that I ate some
Unfortunately,
oily
this
stuff.
clash was stopped by
Interesting.
the likes of Hanyama, who has some fun with Pickle, has an interaction with Jack, where we get it officially confirmed that these two will clash for the third time in the underground arena. But before that, we have Baki Hanma talking to Tokugawa, revealing that in terms of biting power, they're around even. However, when it comes to basic strength, toughness, and fighting spirit, Pickle by a mile, but makes it clear that this is referring to the past. Jack's purity when it comes to his pursuit of strength has increased, meaning anything can happen in this clash between the ancient and modern. Now when it comes to intentions, we already know what Jack wants. When it comes to Pickle, he wants to bite him, chew and chew, result in the end, them becoming one. Jack is no more, his feast is finally complete after all this time. But again, before they finally meet in the underground, we have something very strange occur. Bucky appears to have a, I guess, greeting with Pickle, where for the first time ever, Pickle speaks. And not just once. Absolutely wild stuff. But the arrival of Jack occurs shortly after. The fight is about to begin, where we get the current weight and height of both monsters. The cyborg now stands at 2.43 meters and weighing in at 211 kilograms, while for Pickle we're told that he's over 2 meters tall and over 130 kilograms. But the third clash now officially begins, with Pickle charging like an absolute madman, going for the bite, trying to collect his feast. However, this was for the fight was officially told to go, with Jack stopping him with his towel, successfully defending himself against the beast, but is now ready to go. It begins with Jack taking a stance and landing a direct strike that sends Pickle flying back somewhat again. However, like previously, this isn't enough to shake his brain, but enough to get Pickle's exciting smile. These clashes continue with Jack landing more brutal blows and some that are starting to do a decent amount of damage. However, Pickle's smiles continue regardless of blood coming out of his face, like an absolute madman. But Jack warns him not to look down on modern martial arts, grabbing his hair and landing another strike, then performing a German suplex directly on Pickle's head, allowing the Hanma to mount him and land a hammer blow directly on Pickle's face. This is then followed by many more that actually begin to shake Pickle's brain. Bro is getting stunned, giving Jack the opportunity to land his new evolved bite on Pickle's face as well, completing the first step of his revenge, eating part of Pickle's face, like what happened to the Hanma long ago. This results in a sense of hatred or rage to come from the Dino Boy, attempting his own bite. However, Jack counters with a monstrous kick that definitely inflicted some damage on the Dino Boy, landing directly on his back, and he's absolutely stunned by what's going on. Comparing this to being whipped by one of these crazy dinosaurs and falling off a cliffside on his head, Jack is now viewed as this creature, much different to before. But the fight continues with Jack landing another strike, another German suplex, which seemingly knocked out the Dino Boy as he was slammed on the side of the arena, allowing Jack to go for and land another almighty bite. This time it's on Pickle's bicep, with him being thrown around like he's nothing. This then results in Pickle's scream. Bro is simply crashing out and leaps directly on Jack, a wild turn of events, proceeding to scratch the Hanma with his claws. I guess you could say this is Pickle's technique, which does make him happy with the insane amount of blood, but Jack's response begins. He counters Pickle's lock and then lands another bite on the other bicep. Pickle is now dripping from everywhere. All of these bites are akin to very deep cuts, but the fight continues with the Dino Boy landing another deep scratch, but then Jack grabs him, performing another suplex, followed by this. A combination of even more suplexes, one after another. Pickle is getting slammed on his head, Bro's brain is indeed shaking, and he is seemingly knocked out again, where Jack looks down on the Dino Boy, proceeding to raise his arm in the air and declare himself as the winner in this battle, soaking up everyone's cheers. But then Pickle is shown to be standing behind Jack. We're not sure how much time has passed, but Pickle for some reason is smiling after this insane beating, raising his hand and having seemingly a handshake with the Hunter, where we get shown how giant Jack looks in comparison. But then something beyond wild occurs. Pickle proceeds to speak again and say, "Jack win," taking his leave, marking the conclusion of their third ever fight, with the biting cyborg as victorious. So with all this said, it does seem like Pickle's role as a fighter within the Bucky story is low-key coming to an end. He has now faced 2 defeats, 2 fights where for the most part he was absolutely dominated, and now has evolved much more. All the reveals during his third Jack fight were somewhat foreshadowed during the Masashi Miyamoto arc. Major changes have occurred, and yes, while it's possible Pickle could fight in the future, I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon, meaning Masashi Miyamoto may have actually changed Pickle's role in the entire story. If you enjoy this content, make sure to check out the playlist.
Alright, cool. It's time to go kick some ass. I'm full. I might even be ready for rest, but we'll see if I am. Indeed. For some reason, it feels like I'm coming to the end of the game, but I don't think I can stall because there are so many bosses I haven't seen. It feels like a very small. Namo Guanxi. Okay. It is safe. Alright. Alright. Indeed. Not also do wanna play the game. Wait, why does this sort of look like a ward though? Ashen Wasteland. It does look like a ward. This is their room. This is Ward's room. This the yard. This is where our stone is. Not good, you say? I do not disagree. Pretty obvious. Because I think I'm just... It's okay, I'll leave some. Because I think I don't wanna... I don't think I wanna play the game. At least in my head I'm having conflicts. Yep, you deal damage and then you can land lifesteal. All the time I smoke this shit. Blessed. Bye to through all of this. Yes. Wanna go explore this weird dimension through all of this conflict and see where this leads us.
Oh, wonder what that is.
Interesting. A serpent looking thing. Indeed, you are just like cancel. Many states. my god, gee. Did you see how he started whipping his ass? So they're still alive. Interesting. I do not indeed.
That's it. For now.
Okay, corrupted harbor. Going back, I guess, when I find the other place. What was up there? Got some secret source for medicine. Where is this? At this, yeah, from where my entering spot. Indeed, this place gave us the vibes of the Motut's previous previous house. He lived in a plane or in a chopper. Yes, it's the chopper.
Shit.
Indeed. Yes, okay. Let's go up. Okay, we got this. Nope. So it's not impossible, I know that's not, but sort of. Namo guanxi impulsa. Can I cancel somehow? So it will keep falling off. Okay, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't know. What I fear is more complex. Majestic sounding music.
Glad that's over.
Long journey, eh? But we're almost done now.
Are we
Once
now?
you take out whatever's on the other side of that, the ward will be safe. Everyone will. Everywhere. For good.
You noticed, huh? I wasn't sure myself, but the fact that you're asking me it. I'm not sure, but I think it has something to do with me. That's crazy, though. Nothing I did ever changed the Guardian on Resum. If anything, the power they gave me made them weaker. But I don't know what else it could be. Understand? No. I don't think I could ever understand everything about him. But I know now it has something to do with me. I'm connected to the Keeper. And our bond is... You know how they say you become like the people you hang out with? Well, I think in the Labyrinth that might be literally true. Not that the Keeper's becoming me, but our friendship is changing him at a fundamental level.
If I was a
It's as close as I can
paranoid,
explain it. And it's nowhere near whatever's actually happening. I think it's a good thing, though. Basically. And hey, if you see the ward again, tell Bo... Tell everyone that I'm okay. They don't need to worry about me. We're almost there, Traveler. Just a few more steps.
hello, you who looks like the king.
Our remaining time may be valuable anomaly. What information do you require? Unclear. The foundation of that world, the world it was, is very like your own. It was the core, inviolable, and without need of a guardian. Yet, it corrupted itself. And though the corruption was contained, it was allowed free rein within that containment. There is no telling what that world has become. The corruption was preserved for further investigation. Though I did not recognize my purpose at the time, I wished to learn more about myself. Intelligent beings are created by the worlds, a natural outcome of the system. Each world, a parent. Each species, a child. All but a unique few. The Guardians, for example. They are born with the doors. They do not create. They maintain, protect, just as I watch over all. All other intelligence is born of its world. But for one aberration, the corruption. I wanted to understand. Was the corruption an irregularity or an intended outcome? Uncertain. Impossible to understand the designs of that which created me. Even the existence of a failsafe proves nothing. So I do not know. And yet, as I am now, I can feel the answer. The corruption was unexpected. The probability anticipated, accounted for. But ultimately, a mistake. Unknown. No evidence. Only clues and deductions, any of which might be biased by trillions of variables. The possibility remains, too, that there is no creator. That this is but one probabilistic outcome of a vigintillion random overlapping sequences. This possibility cannot be denied. But it produces more uncertainty, not less. The existence of a creator answers the unanswerable. But the nature of a creator cannot be known by its creation. So, the answer remains unknown. The utility, Clementine, has aided me in ways I could not foresee. She
Still looks like the king
reallocation of necessary resources
that we killed back in
which
the
enabled the return
first.
to a former consciousness. That much I did foresee. But more has occurred, the explanation of which is difficult. It is outside my experience. Her presence has changed my perception. Before, there were doors and worlds. There was the core, its children, and the keeper. There was purpose. All of that remains, but now its meaning differs. It has meaning, though that meaning remains elusive. Perhaps that is the difference. Difficult to explain. One may similarly ask why fire breathes or the sun sings. Therein lies the difficulty. It is not unlike explaining language to a stone. The index describes existence. Its aspect you perceive is pointer and cipher to the underlying infinite sequence of the beginning of all things. If anything is proof of a creator, it is the index. It is simultaneously simple, yet contains within it inexhaustible complexity. It is a masterwork of creation. It does not work. It simply is. We must work around it. Rectifying mistakes becomes effortless. The challenge comes in their identification. The core, but not the core as you know it. A previous instance, since contained. The children of this core perceived their world as from without, not outside the core, but outside all worlds. The perspective of a creator. With this knowledge, they sought to alter the parameters of existence. The root are the children of their attempt.
I get it. I get it. I am literally using the same thing in my story, but less dramatic.
Everything. If corruption was intended, what does that say about the creation of all that it would destroy? Was destruction the goal? Resistance? Something else? Alternatively, if the intended can create the unintended, then how can one determine what was intended from the start? Perhaps there is no intended. Questions produce questions. From beginningless time, I had not the knowledge to pursue them. Now, I have not the resources. Perhaps someday. You are near the end of your journey. Your journey is not guaranteed to fail.
Alright, cool. See you around. This is majestic design. Let's go. There was only one path. The end path. I do have rhymes. I do have rhyming schemes that I do not know of. Ooh, a ship. Telling you, looks like very close to ward. Ah, I see. I am under the water. Well done. Oh, he's still alive. Very cool on him. Okay. Ah, no. What she illusa. Carousel. I should turn off damage numbers. Thank you for reminding us. There's other things to pay attention to. very interested in this piece of ammo. Purururu. Pararararararara. Purururu. Safe. Yeah, it's alright, okay. Probably get up there. I do want to try to jump up there though. Negative.
Shit. What's that?
Fuck. I actually fought in an arena like this once. Yeah, not in this precise one, but like... Oh, chest. I guess I have to survive.
Okay.
You safe? Okay. Negative feedback loop. I am indeed doing some badass ass kicking. Thank you. Oh, motherfucker. Okay.
Thanks for that.
Chuck, let's go. Time to level up our chakra. tilted. Indeed, let's check out what does chakra mean. Chakra means mod duration, you know what? It changes to mod duration. Well done indeed. So am I. I am tired. Probably doesn't open now, does it? Oh shit, it does open. What's up? That's cool. Oh, that's not cool. Well, cool melee builds, I see. Oh, cool. So what happened to that item then, huh? Okay. Fair. this is very not good. Fair. Ooh, scared I am. I'm scared. Demon's very worried. Still there though. I don't know how to get there. Okay, I guess that's how to get there. Probably have to still get there to the top. Humble, humble weapons. No, I can't. I just have to check. Ooh, being spooky with the smoke. Are we now? Fuck you and your shit. Motherfucker. Gain some distance. Motherfucker. Son of a fucking bitch, this game's fucking just I can't fucking breathe. I forgive you. Namo łączy pulsa. My headphones are dying. When you just don't have fucking time to read. I hate fucking dickhead. Fucking dickhead. Leave my dog alone, motherfucker. motherfucker, motherfuckers. Fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, tough battle, tough battle.
All right, let's do this.
So how do I get that thing done? Yeah, I do want a better mod. Inspect. Ah, no, okay, this is actually very good. This one though, I don't like using it. Maybe there are better mods than this one though. This one's good. Very good. Well done. You know, this looks ominous like a motherfucker. Which means real build time. Okay, all damage. This is just good. This is actually not bad. But honestly, I need more stamina. Green. Cool. Increase melee damage. Root. Not a bad one. Care about you. I might be, yeah, it might be necessary. Anything else that's pretty good. Good. Gonna stay safe on low health. That's the plan. The Lacken Citadel. This is indeed blackened citadel. Because the map says so. I do not know what the citadel is, I do not know why the map says so. And that was like a collection, I guess. A center. An urban collective center. Or just collective human collectives. Oh. Can't enter it?
Guess we're doing this the hard way. Wait!
Yep.
It won't work!
Anomaly. Step aside.
You did it. We're here. This is our one chance. If we stop the route here, it's done. For good.
Corruption eradicated.
I can break the shield, but it'll take everything I've got. I'll be powerless. All right. Once we do this, there's no turning back. Either you win, or... Say it. Or it's the end of everything.
Anomaly. Your chance of success is greater than 0.
I look
I
bad
was
as...
attempting to reassure you.
Yeah, thanks. Very comforting.
No, don't be fucking sneezy.
Come on.
Try it.
Let's do this. You ready?
It's alright, we already know you're powerless. Don't worry about it. We got you. Ah no, this better be my Technino.
You must
I don't
hurry.
wanna use the fucking bad weapon.
Hey!
Did use this sometimes
Traveler!
they equipped.
Kick some ass for me.
Don't worry, that's what I do. I be kicking ass. Ooh, look at the stamina bar. Indeed, it is this one. That's what the one they showed me though. Despite actually looking cool, I do prefer more armor. So only the heavier armors. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's see. Too heavy. Too weak, too weak. Cool. Okay. Everything over 50. Yeah. Okay, survivor gloves. Okay, 50 precisely. Cool. Some armor, maybe. maybe something here if I'm lucky. No. Not the best one I can equip. Well, we're gonna look cooked. You're gonna look cooked for the final fucking frontier. Guys, I'm seriously taking this shit. Singed, but big as fuck off root dragon this time instead. You know one thing, there cannot be two dragons in the same mountain. I respect you. Okay. Big fuck off dragon it is. Come out. Goddamn nice fucking aim. I see the runner's design now. fucking... Mãoshi impulsa. Oh, Baba. Okay, come here, motherfucker. You and you're in the middle hall having a fucking arena. Shoot. Amo conci pusa. Motherfucker, man. Oh. Yeah, I do want a revised tactic. A revised tactic indeed. So no, it didn't get us that high. But I had potential, Ooh, why is there an item that's just here? Oh no, that's up there. Okay.
Let's have a look.
Shard. Nope. Skewer too. Yeah, so I can't use it now.
Move along, traveler. I'm a busy woman.
Fair, fair. Let's see, maybe you can help us. We haven't
The
visited you in a while.
pestilence has... Hmm?
I do want to upgrade. Ooh, what do I want to upgrade
All
then?
roads lead to Dwell.
I do not disagree, but what I do want is a simple... Yeah, I need range, I need consistency.
Greetings. Of course. All roads lead to Dwell. Anything you need?
I got some scrap back.
Be safe out there.
Thank you. Try my best. Alright. How are we doing? This is good. This is good. Damage, okay. Stamina, good. Stamina consumption actually would be good as well. All these shields. Maybe I can sacrifice one shield. Yep. Necessary. The load speed is necessary. Alright. Blackened Citadel, here I come. Here I come. The tactic is simple, yes. We start with this. Use the mod, then I'll deplete it, and then use this. Here I come, motherfucker. Here I come. They'll wreck that kid though. Time to do it again. Okay, motherfucker, now we're gonna kick your butt. Это курва.
Appreciate it. Whew, motherfucker. Oh, it would suck if my headphones died.
tell me.
I had hoped it would not come to this.
Come to what? Hey! Hey! There's gotta be a way! What are we doing here? There isn't a goddamn way!
Only two outcomes for me. The corruption consumes us all. Or
Keep! What's going on? Why isn't it staying dead?
the corruption is inviolate. Containment is no longer a viable option. The only outcome left is annihilation. To eradicate the corruption, the system must be restored.
Okay, what the hell does that mean?
It means wiping everything. Starting over.
Starting over? I thought we were trying to stop that from happening.
We have no choice. The root will destroy everything. For all time.
This is unexpected. I am reluctant to execute.
No. Keep. There's another way. Traveler! On me!
Clementine!
What the fuck? Fucking attacked by those. This is not the end. Oh damn, this is some movie shit. Have I missed any realms? Probably. Never been to Swarm. Yeah, they only showed the ones I went to. There might be more. What the fuck? Yeah, what's up, Ford? Get fucked. Ooh, she got freed. But the keeper did. Okay, what the fuck? Well, I can't finish now. This is not done. What? Interesting. I'm waiting to see how they fucking move on into DLC and what's not, because I have all the DLCs. It's just that I need to take a piss, but I've made an executive editorial decision to finish the video after this. Which is not hard, but I don't wanna... Ah, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a piss. And my headphones are dying.
Dice will roll as time keeps beating. Our paths unfold, tales yet untold. No matter what you face, don't ever cease that eternal chase.
Did I put some water on my microphone? Fuck it, watery microphone it is then. It's actually very cool how many people collaborated to bring this experience. Sort of like life. How many people collaborate to bring life experience together. Cool. Christopher Hertz. Muy cool. Nova. Finished. Ah, shit. The cutscene isn't though. Damn, what's gonna happen? You don't wanna skip, I don't think anything's gonna happen because it just keeps doing the same thing. Did it just restart? Or switch sides? Motherfucker. Damn. Damn.